Good morning, children. Today I'm going to take a new unit in chemistry, material properties. So, in that unit, our first section is about structure of the atom. Okay, our first section is about structure of the atom. From smaller classes, you will be hearing this particular term called atom. Okay, so atom, what is atom? And I know your answer will be atom is the smallest particle, right? So atom are the basic unit of matter and that are defining the structure of element. Okay, what is atom? Atoms are the basic unit of matter and the defining structure of the elements. And the word atom come from the Greek word that is indivisible and it cannot be split. Earlier, it was believed that atom cannot be further divided, but later it was proved atom can be divided. But the word atom come from the Greek word called indivisible, that cannot be split. Okay, so this atom is a basic unit of matter that define the structure of the elements. So it was once thought that the atoms were the smallest things in the universe and could not be divided, and all the atoms in a particular element are same. Okay, all the atoms in a particular element are same and different element have different atom. For example, atoms in sodium are all the same as one another. That is, atoms of sodium will be having the same atoms. Okay, and the atoms of the potassium or calcium will be having a different atom. So each particular atom will be having the same atom, different element will be having different atom. Clear? All atoms in a particular element are same, different element have different atom. For example, the hydrogen element are all the same as one another, and they are different from the atoms of sodium. They are different from the atoms of the sodium. Clear? Okay, so these are the fundamental properties of a atom. Okay, atoms are the basic unit of matter and it came from the Greek word indivisible, and the all atoms in a particular atoms are same and different element have different atom. So this is a structure of atom. So atom are made up of three kinds of particle. They are protons, neutrons and electrons. Atoms are made up of three kinds of particles: protons, neutrons and electrons. Okay, so there is this in the center of atom you can see nucleus. Nucleus consists of neutrons and protons. The center of atom is called what? Nucleus. It consists of neutrons and protons. Okay, neutrons are chargeless particles and protons are charged particles, that is positively charged particles. Protons are positively charged particles and neutrons are chargeless particles. They are at the center of the atom, which is these both combined together is called what? Nucleus. Center of atom is called what? Nucleus. And we can see another particle called electrons, which are moving around the nucleus, and they are negatively charged. They are orbiting in its shell. Okay, and they are what they are moving around nucleus. They are moving around nucleus. Okay, so they are negatively charged particles. Okay, protons are positively charged particles, neutrons are chargeless particles and electrons are negatively charged particles, and these electrons are arranged in electron shells or orbits around the nucleus. Okay, so these are the structure of atoms. Atoms are made up of three kinds of particle: protons, neutrons and electrons. Okay, so next I'm going to describe this properties of what these particular particles. Okay, the nucleus of an atom is made up of protons and neutrons. We know that nucleus is the center of the atom. Electron move around the nucleus of an atom. Protons and neutrons have much more mass than electrons. Okay, protons and neutrons have much more mass than electrons. We can say that electron almost have no mass at all. It is considered that as a what there is its mass is about 1 by 1836, like that. So it is only having a negligible mass, so we can say that its mass is what, zero, okay, or null. And here the protons and neutrons have much more mass than electrons, and electrons have almost no mass at all. And we know, already discussed, that protons have a positive electrical charge, and neutrons have no electric charge, and electrons have a negative electric charge. Okay, uh, so uh, in this section we have discussed another important point, that's protons and neutrons have much more mass than electrons, and electron have almost no mass at all. So in this previous section I have to show you one thing. You can see that the most of mass of an atom is concentrated at the center. I've already told you that here this new electrons are negatively charged particle, and its mass is very negligible. So around this nucleus its mass is zero, we can say, equal to zero. But at the center of the mass, we can say most of the mass is concentrated at the center, that is the nucleus. So the more mass, the mass of the atom is concentrated at the nucleus. Mass of an atom is concentrated at its nucleus. Okay, this is very important point. And we can see that there is a space between the nucleus and the orbit, that is shell. And you can see that most of the most space in an atom is empty. Okay, most of a space in an atom is empty. We can see a lot of empty space in an atom. Okay, and most of its mass is concentrated at the center. Okay, so lot of empty spaces between the parts of the atom. We can see a lot of empty spaces between the parts of the atoms. And there is another important point, that atoms are electrically neutral. Why atoms are electrically neutral? Because number of protons will be equal to number of electrons. So when number of protons are equal to number of electrons, means the number of positive charges is equal to number of negative charges. Okay, if there are 8 number of proton, means there will be 8 number of electrons also. So number of positive charges will be equal to number of negative charges. So it will be electrically neutral. So the net charge of an atom is zero. That is, it is electrically neutral because the number of protons will be equal to number of neutrons. That means it is electrically neutral. It is electrically neutral. Okay, so we can say here the number of, here you can see 2 protons, and here at the outermost shell you can see 2 electrons. That means the number of positive charges is equal to number of negative charges, and they are electrically neutral. Okay, this is one main point. Atom are electrically neutral. If an atom is not electrically neutral, means we can't touch object, because it will be charged, and it may and the world will be in a different scenario, because each particular item will be having a charge, and it will be very difficult. So if number of atoms is number of protons is equal to number of electrons, means what, atom is electrically neutral. So this is very important point. If we can make it charged by rubbing, or what, removing an electron. That's a different thing. But in general, atom is electrically neutral. That is, number of protons is equal to number of electrons. So atoms are electrically neutral. So today we have discussed about the structure of atom. The structure of atom, we can see proton and neutron at the center. They together combine together to call nucleus. And we can see a shell around the nucleus, where electrons are arranged. Okay, where electrons are arranged, and these electrons what, revolve around the nucleus, and they are negatively charged. So in our next sections we will be studying how scientists come up with the models of the atom, and how they found the structure of this atom, and how electrons are arranged in an atom. So we will be studying these more about the structure, and how it was found out, and how we can arrange electrons in an atom. Okay, so today what you have to do is take your notebook, draw the structure of atom, draw and mark the neutron, electrons and protons and nucleus, and write a summary note what you understand from this video. Okay, thank you children.